G'day folks, welcome back to the channel for episode number 10 of our Trozan Skyshard Spellbreaker build, where I did some farming in between episodes. I say farming, I went and cleared out, I went to Old Arcovia. I'll just show you actually. So I went to the Old Arcovia Rift, I ran up here into the mine here, and then I cleared the mine. I didn't even come out the other side. The reason why is I noticed last episode that my shoulders were kind of crap. And I also mentioned at the last episode that these shoulders come with chaos resistance on them. Now I got a low roll on these. I'm pretty sure that chaos res goes up to 30%, but even 20% is good. The other thing is, where are we here? I also dropped a helmet. The helmet also comes with chaos resistance built in, so if you're struggling for chaos res, go get yourself a fire hat and a pair of fire shoulders, and that's half of your chaos resistance sorted. If you also have these boots, that's another 10 to 12% depending on the roll. You should be fine. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, I went and killed this guy again, Barros Radlith. He dropped this one. It had a little bit more percent cold damage on it, so I swapped it over. It's also kind of meh. The of Frostbite is a small amount more cold damage, and the Vigorous is a bit of health. So I gained a bit of health, I gained a small amount of cold damage, which, let's be realistic, 20% or so on top of 650%, not a huge deal. Right, with that said, let's head into Darkvale Gate. Now, there's a couple things in here that I'm interested in. One of them is these. I was hoping that would drop there. Worked out nicely. Those Chthonic Seals, I need 3 of them, preferably 7 of them. I need 3 for a quest, and I also want to get 4 of them for a component. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, our Chaos Res is pretty much under control, so I may not need that component. The reason I'm killing all this stuff is to show this little hidey hole here. If you come in here, there is a hidden spoils chest here. Usually gonna drop crap. Also, if you are on keyboard and mouse, if you press the number pad button 2, it'll spin you around to north and put you at medium zoom. And if you then press button number pad number 3, it'll zoom you out. So number pad 2, 3 will get you back to this setting without having to kind of turn things manually. These lightning damage procs, I think, are still kind of okay, but they're becoming less and less relevant as we go along. While leveling, we are going to be focusing pretty much entirely on cold, so it's probably worth ignoring them after a certain point. And we're probably approaching that point fairly rapidly. I was hoping for another Seal of Binding. We will go back around here and grab this book, because everybody likes XP. And also, there's stuff to kill here. No drops though. So we're up to 3 now, which I think is the quest done. And I would like to get a couple more. But we're going to go through Darkvale Gate, rather. And we will kill the boss and run to the next Rift Gate before I worry about that. If you are so inclined, there is a dynamite up here. This door here, it's like right here. It's not worth it to me to run all the way over there, so I'm going to ignore it. Same with that Void Touch totem there. It's a little bit out of the ways, so I'm just not going to go get it. If you go, where is it? Just here. There is a little hidden hidey hole here, which has a chest in it. You are not guaranteed a blue item from here. This is not a one-shot chest. It's just happened to drop one for me. And, yeah, it's not good. Alright, let's keep going. these little archways will intercept the missiles. They're kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Alright, and we're just gonna ignore these fiends and go downstairs. Or upstairs, I guess. This floor, if you didn't get the totem on the previous floor, it may potentially be here. Okay, it could also be just here. Let's go ahead and round these guys up and blow them up. Still at the point where melee is kind of relevant. Depending on what it is, you don't want to be meleeing like actual bosses, but for trash you can. Okay, another little hidey hole here. I skipped one back there. I skipped two back there actually. I'm not going back for them. These hidden spoils can have some nice stuff in them, but they usually don't. So these pants are weaker in every way by the looks of it. Okay, coming up on the boss of Dark Veil Gate here. If at this point you do not have capped resistance to Chaos, you are about to have a very bad day. You could probably get away with 50% if you're lucky, but you really need Chaos resistance by this point. You should have had it already for Zarya. Zarya will kill you, but if you can kill her fast enough, she will be okay. Kind of the same deal with this guy. You can blow him up and be fine, but if you try to blow him up and it doesn't work, you're going to basically die. So first form here. Looks like he doesn't want to stay in melee, which is fine. I'm actually just going to auto attack him down and see what happens. Alright, here we go. So this is Thalnosh. This is the guy who's going to really hurt. When you see crystals, be ready with the, you know what, I'm going to let him do it. So this pool, don't stand in that pool, it'll shred your chaos resistances. These things, I believe, do damage over time. And these crystals are the ones you want to avoid. If they have time to fire at you, you are going to have a very bad day. Anyhow. He actually died surprisingly quickly. I was not expecting him to fall over that easily. Certainly not complaining though. That is a blue book. A cold blue book. Okay, so this comes with a proc. +2 to Night's Chill is pretty good. 70% cold damage is meh. That proc could be fun to play with. What's our crit chance? Low. So this is not really going to fire off very often. Oh, level 38. What do we got? Back in Arcanist. I think I want to get Mental Alacrity online just for the energy cost reduction there. But I also want Frozen Core, as many points as I can get. And I also want Shadow Star, and I also want Star Pact, and yeah, you get the idea. Right, so what was I looking at? I thought there was something else I wanted to look at, but it's whatever. We may actually be able to use this book now, 368. Yeah, we could put some points in Spirit, and we could use Roldorathis' Tome of Death's Chill. Necromancer is +2 to Bone Harvest, so that's worthless, but Nova could be good as well. You know what, let's just give it a shot. Let's just try it and see what happens. Yes, we just lost a whole bunch of resistance shred. I'm probably going to swap it back, but being able to kind of hit the same spot could be fun as well. And I want to see the proc. I think that was it there. What is that triggered on? On attack. So this should trigger just from standing next to things as well. Let's see if it does. Yep, there's a... Was it that one? We have so many procs. That might have been... A blast of negative energy freezes everything. We actually just have too many procs. I'm okay with that. Right. I'm going to do my usual trick and cut the video here because, well, actually, first things first, let's go make another cold stone because I'm not melting that shield and I want another cold stone. Should be fine, yep. So one cold stone on here. It's all of my aether crystals gone, so you remember when I said you need more aether crystals? This is why. The other thing I want to do is I want to... kind of want to try this as well. It'll be fine. Okay, I have a bunch of stuff to turn in, and I want to see if I can craft any more of that Explorer set just for the XP. Nope. I have no more Explorer sets. So, we'll take the 5% for a little bit. Did I get... Yes. When you kill Kuros in there, make sure you come out and get the Rift Gate. If you don't, and you clear your Rift, if you come back to town because you want to try on a new book, and you wanted to get your Cold Stone, and then you go, oh, I need to turn this in, and you head back to Homestead without using this Rift, you just map there. Congratulations, you played yourself, and now you have to run all the way back through Darkvale Gate with no enemies to entertain you along the way. Which is boring. Okay, let's turn a bunch of quests in. Did I put it on? Yes, we have bonus XP. Already killed that, and I will speak to Kuros. Aetherlord's Signet. You never get what you want. Okay, so the energy regen is nice, the plus spirit is nice, the health is nice, the aether resistant cast speed is very nice. Unfortunately, there's not enough resistances on that, and the proc is aether and fire, which I don't really care about, to be honest. Right, Inquisitor Creed at Fort Icon. We have turn in the mill. So 3 scrap from him, thank you very much. We have some dog tags for Old Maid here. So reputation and some iron. What else we got? Death Vigil stuff. Okay. We have now got 5 Chthonic Seals. We only need 3. And we have Malkadar's Remains. So we'll go turn that in. I am looking at this Aether Resistance, and it is worrying me a little bit. So that's something to look at. It may be worth... I was going to say it may be worth making Aether Souls for the amulet, because our elemental is 38 over cap. We would lose a bit of bleed though, which again is not ideal. I will gather the seals, it's not the one I wanted. Right, here we go. We'll gather the essence. What do we got available here? Probably don't really care about any of this. You want cold? Here we go. No, that's weapon. Cold damage stuff, so this is kind of good. Unfortunately, don't have enough reputation to get it. These ice blood oils are also decent, but I've had other playthroughs where I carried similar items around and you use them and then they disappear off your hotbar and you go, oh, what was there? And yeah, it's kind of pain in the backside. Plus 50% on top of the 700-ish we're rocking is not a huge deal. Right, we are going to the Blood Grove. We're going to go for a run through Aether Ground, which... This is not the best idea, let's be honest. Diamonds is definitely the way to go if you are playing a hardcore character and you want to avoid running through Aether Ground, which you should, because as you can see it hurts. Then you want to choose Kaiman's, because the Kaiman questline will send you into a castle which doesn't have Aether on the floor. So it is definitely safer to choose Kaiman's, but you know, then you're siding with Kaiman and you know, he's a bit of a dick, so it's much of a muchness. Okay, guaranteed dynamite number 1. There is another one just up the road from here, which we are going to collect, because I like dynamite. Do keep an eye on your health bar. You can use healing potions, you can use the heal on pneumatic burst is also pretty good when you're running through here. Perdition set is everywhere. Okay, we're getting a point in mental alacrity. That will help out a lot with our energy issues. So minus 8% cost, just 400 extra energy on top of all what we had. Pretty good. Okay, so Noveria Stormfire here is who we were sent here to kill. So we're going to kill her. And that's just lovely. The big golem has decided he wants to play as well. And of course he is maybe not immune to cold, but he's definitely not freezing himself. Alright, so that's the end of him. We did pick up a couple of blues here. Scorched Ends, Fireball. Okay, let's just grab all that. So the Ognepesh book is a pet book. Obviously we're not using that. This is a Lifestealer Nova, which is very nice. If you get this and you're still kind of low level, this can actually be pretty good. So our vitality percent damage is only 100, but that basically means this proc, where is it? So this proc will be doing about 1000 vitality damage and healing you for 200. So it's not awful. But again, we're kind of getting to the point where non-cold things are going to be kind of getting less and less relevant, and non-elemental things even more so, because we do have a lot of elemental damage percents and such. Right. Let's head back and turn this in, and then they will send us to the tomb of Archon What's-His-Face. And we'll head that way.
Can't do that yet.
Really want to get a cold relic as well. I was considering, I think it's Sanctuary or Equilibrium, perhaps. One of the easy basic relics that do elemental or have a stun attached to them and whatnot. I'm just going to sell all these blue items. I'm never going to use that. I'm never going to use that shield. I'm not going to use that either, so... let's go ahead and sell... Oh, and of course, I'm bad, so we've been running around with the wrong hat on. I definitely don't need that either. Let's go ahead and chuck those in there. And promptly forget they exist. Alright, so the Keeper of Tomes here is going to give us the mission to go get the ashes, which I'm super excited about. And I believe at this point we have no more excuses for not running through the Astrakhan Valley of Boredom. which I am not going to subject you guys to. So I'm going to cut the video here, and I will see you on the other side. You are not missing anything. It's just a whole bunch of running and maybe one totem. If anything interesting happens, I'll come back and show it. Otherwise, we are skipping this. So see you in a minute. And welcome back to the Astrakhan Valley on the other side. As you can see, I pretty much just ran all the way through. I didn't even find the totem this time, so you missed like literally nothing except me running and maybe like a little bit of XP from stuff I killed along the way. Right, so let's go ahead and get this devotion shrine over here. And we'll be chucking that into the eel, which is always going to be fun. Notice the energy is not a problem anymore, which is nice. Alright, just quickly chuck that into the eel for a chance to avoid projectiles. You missed me. Right, and we're heading north, kind of northeast-ish now, for Fort Icon, and the Tomb of the Archon, which is also up this way. Everybody stop. Okay, two stars. Okay, so guy's diseased. This guy is not the other star. Corrupted. Okay. One's diseased, one's aether warped. That's fine. Both dead now. Again, everybody stop. Alright, I'm going to put a portal down here, so as I don't have to run back. Then when I get to Fort Icon, I'm going to forget about this icon, this portal, and I'm going to map somewhere else and delete it. But for now, the plan is get to Fort Icon and come back. Having taken that shield off has really dropped the damage on the flash freeze. It's a good thing I have a lot of procs, and Trozan's is really good, because otherwise I would be struggling right about now. One thing I did find on my long trek north was a cold enchanted or frozen ethereal, what do they call them? The ones that summon other ones? Can't remember the name, but they're like flesh architects of flesh kind of thing. Anyway, I found one of those that was frozen, and without that shield on to shred those resistances, it took a little while. So definitely consider using that shield, probably for all of normal, honestly, or at least until you have Murmur and maybe Altos. Right, let's go up here and talk to Inquisitor Creed. Pick up these books, and we'll pick up the quest to go into Fort Icon as well. Alright, what happened? Blah blah blah. Yep, we'll go do it for you. So Elemental Storm actually rank 7 now. What do we get for damage? 511 elemental damage, and then a decent amount of burn, frostburn, electrocute, and the shred. So it's basically elemental seal, but also damage over time. We have, what, 2, 3 elemental seals on the go? Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, let's go ahead and sell all of this. I did also get the Apothecary's Sign on the way here. This set is kind of bad, actually. Literally nobody uses that set because, obviously, so sell that. Okay. Now, it does appear that for the first time in the history of forever, I remembered my portal, and we're going to go back and do that section. Now, in this section, you really, really want maxed out elemental resistances. You can maybe get away with not having capped cold, but you really want fire and lightning. And also in the floor underneath, there is a lot of bleeding damage, which you're going to want to go down there because there's a devotion shrine. Okay, Tomb of Archon Bartholem is where we are. And I'm going to kind of just run through here. So all of this trash, where are they? The yellow ones again. This guy, Blade Maiden, I think it is. These guys are the ones that will just kill you out of nowhere, or chunk your health bar out of nowhere. So keep an eye out for them, and like I said, if you are coming in here, try and make sure you have really good elemental resistances. Incanter's weapon could be good. So we're starting to get some of the better procs, although replicating missile is kind of meh. You know what, this is probably a mistake, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay, that was a lot less painful than I was expecting. Quickening gem, lightning, no. Formidable. Okay, these shoulders are actually pretty good. The of fortitude is not great, and I would uncap my chaos res to use these, and I really don't need any more elemental resistances, but I am going to swap that in. I'm not going to swap that in. How much are we short if I put that on? What do we need for this? 368, yeah, okay. I would like to use those, but it appears that that is not going to be happening. The other thing to look out for is new metals. So the one I have is not very good. Looking at the resistances, the best part about that that amulet is the Squall's Lightning Sphere proc, and we're kind of getting to the point where lightning-based procs are not really something I care about anymore. So keep my eye out. These Kaiman's amulets are also kind of meh, but they could be an improvement over the current one, which is more or less just a damage proc. So any metal could have that damage proc, or maybe they get an Ice Spear proc. Alright. Flame Brand. Okay, we're playing cold, so no thank you. Let's go ahead and... everybody stop. Alright, back to running through all this. That's level 40. I'm actually not going to do my usual turbo casual thing and put points in while in combat in here, because potentially death is seconds away. So we'll just get to the next area and then I'll do it. Alright, so the next good thing we get is Shattered Star. But I think... kind of want one in that, just for the energy absorbed from enemy spells, which would be good. And bring that up to 12, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and run through the rest of this section. You two can die specifically, and everybody else just no. Glacial Ritual Wand of Frostbite. I mean, it's still not as good as an Elemental Seal proc, but that Elemental Seal proc is getting a little dated, so it may be worth going for a run through the Arcovian Undercity again, just to get a new weapon. Thought there was something there with my when I moused over it. We definitely want to keep the MI, but potentially we could do a different affix. I think you can get. I think Fallen Skies on weapons is not another meteor proc, but if it is, that could be good. Okay, aggressive scorching is no good. I definitely should be swapping back to the shield for this. Actually, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do that in a minute when I'm not at risk of dying. Okay, Devastating of Thunder. I'm pretty sure it's Fire and Lightning. Let's go ahead and chuck that back on. Okay. So the shield is absolutely better for killing trash. With that said, the book is going to be better for killing this boss. Alright, this is where we're going to go after here. I will actually... use the book for killing this boss. And I'm going to keep putting points in spirit. I think maybe 15 or 20. Right, let's go say hi to this guy. And let's not stand him there. That'll do. Alright, there he goes. And looks like we got rubbish for loot. So those Carmen's badges. We don't need no stinking badges. Having said that, that's a lot of chaos res on these things. I think it's fine though. Let's go ahead and grab whatever's in here. May as well pop these boxes. And now we're going downstairs. So I want the shield again because of downstairs being a lot of trash. So this little loose torch will open this door. Then, I don't know what happened there, but there's a wall to bash through, and then you come down here. And you want to head counterclockwise around this area. More or less just work your way through here. There's a... thought there was going to be a chest in there. Oh, there it is. Again, you are unlikely to get something good from those chests, but it is possible. So work your way around the top here, and then we will head sort of downish. These pulls here are bleeding damage, as you can see from that. And, whoops, let's go ahead and stand him in this. And I'm going to use the mirror here just to reflect some damage. I'm not going to stand in that, even with the mirror active. Alright, there he goes. Mantle of the Weeping Eye, could be good. We'll have a look in a second. Formidable. So Formidable is something you want to look out for. That is the physical resistance there. You can get this on, I think, all of your armor slots. And physical resistance is really good. The armor difference here is almost nothing. Aether damage is irrelevant. The health would be quite a large drop in health. And the energy regen is kind of irrelevant again. Ancient Heart for this one. This is quite expensive. Consider skipping it if you want. I always come here and get it. But, yeah, it is definitely expensive for sure. Alright, and on that note, let's head back and turn this in. So, Sora's Bastion. And these shoulders, are they worth using? Kinda? I think we use them. Oh, does that mean... Oh no, they have spirit on them anyway. What about these in comparison? More armor, more health, less resistance. Yeah, we use those ones. And I will try to remember to reclaim my silk swatch. Right. So heading in here. I think we get a quest straight away after this one. Yeah, we'll do the ritual now. That is the Juggernaut relic. Okay. If you are playing hardcore, this is the best leveling relic. Bar none. That's it. That's the best relic until you hit level 100. That heal goes off every 3 seconds while you're in combat. It's pretty much every 3 seconds. I know it says 15% chance when hit. You will be getting hit by a lot of stuff. The plus regen will be active all the time. That heal will trigger every 3 seconds. This is the best leveling relic for hardcore. Any other benefits you could be getting from a different relic, they pale in comparison to that heal. So if you're playing hardcore and you get that drop, or if you're up to Malmo and you can buy the recipe from Hiram, I think his name is, please do. Please do that and wear that, because it's a really good... oh, I think that's the Honored. Yeah. We don't have enough reputation for it anyway. Where are we? Order Death's Vigil. I guess it'd be respected for this quest. But yeah, if you can get that relic in a hardcore playthrough, you should get that relic. Which I will do... I think I'm going to do it off camera though, because we are pushing 50 minutes on this video. So actually, I'm going to end the episode here, so thank you all very much for watching. See you in the next one, and goodbye for now.